Now let's talk about AI as a freedom lever. And when you talk about AI as a freedom lever, one of the really important things is you need to think about where are you in your AI journey. So what do I mean with the AI journey? Are you already in a position like Timo and Nico? I think we can all agree that you are the most sophisticated people here in this room when it comes to AI and technology, by far, yeah? Or are you probably more at the starting point? Because it is going to have a huge impact on how you should think around AI or how you should implement AI. Because what these two guys here can implement, maybe with the click of a button or with the snip of a finger, I will have a very hard time because I don't even understand the system behind it, or I'm not even aware of the technology behind it. Yeah? When you are already using types of AI, wonderful, then probably use it a little bit more. So I try to give you a step-by-step, like a ladder or a staircase on how you can think about AI. When you begin with AI, implement it in your daily life. That's the easiest way on how you can play around with it and get a little bit of feeling on what is possible with AI or where the limitations are of AI. And I'm going to give you a couple of examples in a moment. So just implement it in the daily life and see what this thing can do. The next step is AI tools. So you start using different AI tools for different situations or different use cases. So maybe something for image generation, or maybe something for text generation. Maybe you have something for your hobby or whatever you are interested in. So you can use AI tools. The next step is, now we are going from the tool level to the process level. Here it really gets interesting, because this step is actually the same step what we have in our businesses also without AI, or what we should have in our businesses without AI. Now we are talking about SOPs again. So we need to create the process in our business. And when we have a process in our business, then we can start to apply AI onto this process. Or we can just add AI to this process. And the next level is AI automation. And here we are going to start to talk about AI agents, or we're going to start to talk about how can I use multiple AI tools, multiple AI agents, and automate the full process. So there is no necessity anymore that I, as a human being, need to jump into different steps in this process. And like I said, I'm going to give you a couple of examples of that. Yeah? But these are different levels of AI, and I'm very, very much, I'm very sure that we will get to much different levels in the future. So I don't think we are going to be staying with AI processes and automation here. I think there will be so much more in the future what we probably cannot even imagine yet. So first thing is implement it in your daily life. So when we started to implement AI 5 years ago, I think, Eva, in our companies, around 5 years or something like that, yeah? We literally started to just play around with it. And I'm a passionate mountain biker, and I love to eat stuff what I find in nature. Berries, roots, fruits. But especially here in Sardinia, I don't know everything if I can eat it or if I would poison myself. So what did I do? I started to experiment with that. I basically just took a picture of the berry or the fruit I found here in Sardinia, and I uploaded it and say, hey, can I eat that? What's that? Can I eat it? Yeah? And when it was immediately clear that I cannot eat it or I can eat it, wonderful. I just did a little bit more research to be sure if this is not spitting out bullshit for me and I still poison myself. Or I basically asked AI. I said, hey, are you sure that this is what you just tell me it is? Can I really eat it, or is it really not able to digest it? So that was just one example. Another example, open up the fridge and being wiped out because it was a long and hard day. And actually you, Eva, did this from time to time. Just make a picture from the open fridge and say, tell me what I can cook within the next 15 minutes, what is super easy and super fast.
Yeah, because I hate
Enter.
cooking.
Yeah, but it's also working.
Yeah.
And that are just some very easy examples on how you can start to play around with AI. Yeah. Here in Sardinia, when I do not know everything or when I cannot read everything, just take a picture from something and go ahead. If you cannot read anything because it's a different language, make a picture, upload it and say, what does it say? Yeah. I needed something from the pharmacy a couple of weeks ago, and of course everything was in English, so I did not know how in Italian. So I could not read everything, and I did not understand everything. I literally just made a picture from the front side and the back side from all the text inside, and I said, how do I need to use it? How do I need to apply it? How often a day I need to use it? And that's it. Okay? So you don't need any Google Translate anymore. You don't need to tap it anymore. You do not need to have an app that's going to translate anything anymore. No, you just do a picture and that's it. That's totally it. And what I love about AI so much is that's the first time in human history that we have a technology where the technology itself is going to help us understand and use the technology. Because when the internet came around, the internet did not tell us on how to use the internet. When smartphones came around, the smartphone did not taught us on how to use a smartphone to its full potential. I could not just put my smartphone here and say, hey smartphone, what can you do for me? But I can do this with AI. So when you are at the starting point, start to play around with it and you will be stunned on how much it can simplify and speed up your life. And I like it so much because it saves me from all this boring, time-consuming bullshit I need to do from time to time, but I actually don't enjoy doing. Yeah? So that's the starting level with AI. One of the reasons I love AI so much is because that's finally a technology where I really believe it's going to get myself out of all this boring, repetitive, bullshit, stupid stuff that we need to do in life, but it actually has zero value. It just consumes time. And we all know time is the most precious good on this planet because that's the only thing what we cannot buy. We cannot save time, we cannot buy time, we cannot earn time, we cannot inherit time, we cannot even steal time, which is very rare. Yeah. So time is something what we, in my opinion, still so much undervalue. Because at a young age, time means nothing because I have so much time, and time to grasp time is for a lot of people very hard. Yeah? And then a lot of older people told me, oh my God, I did not really recognize how important time is. Yeah? And a couple of days ago, I saw a stupid post again, which was, okay, 3 minutes on the phone or 15 minutes on the phone 3 minutes on the toilet without a phone every single day, or 15 minutes on the toilet with your damn smartphone in your hand, and how much time this is going to consume over a lifetime. Yeah? And now you can think about if you want to spend 15 minutes with your damn fucking phone or with a newspaper or with a book on the toilet for the rest of your life and literally wasting 3 to 5 damn years of your life just having a shit. Just another example. I mean, who was Googling stuff in the past, honestly? Who was Googling whatever? Googling, searching something online.
Oh, Google, okay.
Googling? Mark?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Okay, welcome to the club. I mean, all the time, right? It was just natural. We even invented a new word because Googling meant nothing 20, 30 years ago. Nobody was Googling. We were searching for something, yeah? Then Google came around, became the biggest one. Now everybody was Googling. Think about the last 20 years. How much time everybody spent on reading through the search results and trying to find the solution or the answer we were looking for. Just for a moment. I guess I spent thousands of hours on that one. I don't Google anything anymore since 2 or 3 years. I asked AI. And I immediately have the answer I am looking for. And I do not need to read through multiple pages and search through multiple websites to finally, hopefully, find the answer I am searching for or I'm looking for. It's instant. So this alone is going to save humans tens of thousands of hours in our lifetime. I want to mention one thing to this hallucination thing around AI. Yeah? So that's basically AI. Every AI is hallucinating. You don't get a clear answer. You need to be very aware, very careful. Yeah. So first of all, it's going to be better and better and better. It's just getting better and not worse in the future. But the second thing is, when you are in a conference and you meet the person the first time, and the person is telling you something at this table, did we know if this is correct or if this is just bullshit? Yes or no? No, we did not know. Correct?
Correct.
So what did we need to do as human beings? We needed to use our brain and think about the information what this person just shared with me, if this might be correct or if this sounds like bullshit, based on our experience, based on our life, based on what we already did in the past, correct? And that's the reason, or basically that's how we should deal with hallucination and AI. Because when we just take everything for granted, we will run into some weird situations. When we take everything for granted, what we are seeing on social media since 15 years, we will probably be very frustrated and think, oh my God, I'm the only unsuccessful, unhealthy, and not good-looking person on this planet. That's not true. Yeah? So about hallucination, we still need to use our brain. So don't be afraid of hallucinating of AI. Just make sure that you don't eat something and poison yourself with the small example I gave you. Yeah? Yes, I don't take the first answer, what that's spitting me out. I really make sure, are you sure? Could it be something else? What else is looking like that and maybe is not able to eat or not good for me? I actually also have a second phone where I test certain things, what I do not want to have running on my business phone or on my business stuff. Yeah? Where I just test how far some companion AI and chatbots can go. Same again, to play around to see what is available. Because when you have a teenager at this age, or basically now he is 20 and he is above the teenager, 20. But yes, but you better know how easy it is that a teenage boy or a teenage girl can fall in love with an AI chatbot. And you need to prepare yourself as a single dad on how you deal with these situations and how you make sure that your kid does not fall into that category. Yeah? So I needed to test what is possible. Yeah? Also for our consultation. Because why can I speak so much about AI? Because I test a bunch of things and I experience it on my own. When I'm not 100% sure, I not let this thing run on my devices where I can mess my companies up or my business up. I give you just an example what we are doing in my company. So when I want to create a new SOP, or when I start to delegate stuff from my side, then I just, in this case, a screen recording, but if people are in the room, you can also just record whatever is happening around you. But I would actually just go into our CRM system and I start a screen recording and I do what a new employee or let's say a new sales member needs to do in the future on his own. I just record it. Afterwards, we feed the recording into an AI tool. The AI tool is doing a full transcription of the video, and then we feed it into another AI tool and tell the other AI tool, based on this video and description, now build a full SOP for this process in my company. And I have a full SOP. The only thing what I need to do, of course, I read through the final document if maybe something got messed up. But in 98%, the SOP is done. And I have the process documented for the rest of my life for all my future hires. Yeah? I know your meeting or your situation is different, yeah? But an SOP or basically a full sales process, what we are doing in the system and on and on and on, it's more or has much more steps than the 3 to 6 minute onboarding video. But yes, it is possible what you described before. Let me throw in one more thing about talking about AI and also hallucinating and things like that. When you use AI tools, so the starting point like LLMs, like ChatGPT, where you start with that, be aware that there is a massive difference between the free version and the paid version.
There is, yes.
Yeah, especially when it comes to compliance, how your data and the information is going to be used and leveraged, what you put into these systems, and how good the answer and the result is. So when you think you save a bunch of money in not paying $20 a month for a paid version of these tools, you are saving at the wrong end because you are messing with compliance, with your data, and it's actually like you have a old, worn down bicycle versus you have an ultra new tuned Lamborghini. And the result is just a little bit different what the old, worn down, broken bicycle can do for you compared to the super luxury car. Good. Then, just to wrap this up, first of all, thank you very much, because I really enjoyed the different ideas and the different use cases, what we talked about. And just to finalize this again, we have these 4 different steps. So start to experience AI. The next thing is you have different tools. There is a website that's called thereisanaI4that.com. Yeah? It's basically like a search page where you can search for AIs. So this page is called thereisanaI4that.com. And the third step is business-wise speaking. In your private life, you don't need to go there. Business-wise speaking, at some point, we are going to be in operations and organizational development again. And every great and really successful business, like we talked about at the business architecture, you need to have your processes in place. You need to have your SOPs in place. You need to have good processes in place. Because like we talked about, if you have a bullshit process, you digitalize a bullshit process, you throw AI onto a bullshit process, you still have an AI bullshit process. Yeah? But you build a great process in your company, and then you can apply AI tools to this process to make your life easier and faster. And the last step is you automate it, where you literally have a full automated process. And we as humans do not need to do repetitive, boring, time-consuming tasks anymore. And it's going to set us free, and it's going to save us a huge amount of time, which is life. So that's around AI as a freedom lever.